Welcome back. You cute,
Oh, you were so worried I was gonna fuck
amazing,
with you. You were so worried about it.
magnificent,
God damn.
phenomenal, terrific, honest. That's a
That's
first.
yeah,
The
that's
first.
and it's not true
Okay,
either.
wasn't
That's
that
the
5?
first. Succulent.
Oh my
I still
dear
don't even know what
God.
that means. What does
The
that word mean? Kamini Ashra, what does that mean?
Fucking succulent
Succulent.
is a bitch that be out there fucking.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
We are
but
back
Yeah. Yeah.
with a special,
Fucking belligerent right out of the gate.
special
This one actually
episode
is
for you. We got
special.
a
Yeah.
special guest on the
Yes,
show.
sir. OG.
Yes.
Got Unk
Kamini
on here.
Ashra, you wanna introduce him?
I mean I can.
Yeah,
That's
go
not
ahead.
typically my role.
No, we're
But
throwing you
yeah,
in.
man. Yeah, man. I
what are you
guess
doing?
I'm gonna do it, man. We got the one. We
Let's
got the
go.
only. We got Unk over here. We got the OG. We
Yes,
got an
Hey!
sir.
original old school anime fan. We got Sean on with us. What up,
Yes,
Yeah.
Sean?
sir.
What's up,
Yes,
everybody?
sir.
How you doing?
Yes, and, we are gonna just get into a general discussion. This is the
Yes,
first
sir.
time on the Out of Pocket podcast that we've had
Out of pocket.
a guest who is literally from the time where anime first started, especially in the States.
Yeah. Two
So, we wanna
fake
get
ass
that
motherfuckers who
perspective.
just got into it. Some of us
Too
were out
late.
there grinding, dude.
Yep,
And he was out
yep,
there grinding before some of us were out there grinding.
yeah,
So,
Getting whoopings
so
for watching TV when you ain't supposed to? Yeah.
yep.
exactly, exactly. So,
Yes, sir.
our very first question has gotta be, what got you into anime? What started you on this journey?
Well, what got me set up in it, one, especially being the old days, a lot of shows, a lot of action. Like we had my parents' shows, Mission Impossible, Man from Uncle, spy stuff, all that action stuff. That's what I was allowed to watch other than Gilligan's Island and stuff like that. But for my interest and what inspired me to be a, I gotta say, try to be a good boy because I was brought up in LA and had a lot of bad influences, bad surroundings. But I know inside myself, I was like, I don't like that, bro. Like, why are we gonna beat up somebody who's visiting their grandma because they from the out of the hood? You know what I mean? You don't
He's
do
like,
that.
I'll do it, but I don't
Yeah,
wanna."
you're like, "As long as you guys don't beat me
You
up,
know,
I'll
it's
yeah."
like things like that. So, but you know what helped distract me from that world because we were outside a lot, you know. And in my day, when they had the UF channel and you had to dial it in California, it was channel 52. And you get all them fuzzies and wuzzies and stuff, and
Oh,
you
yes,
would
sir.
barely get it. I don't even know how I even found it. I was 5 years old when I started watching. My mom told me she passed away already, but she told me, bro, yo butt used to cry and throw a tantrum if we didn't get home in time to get your damn speed racer.
Yes,
That was
sir.
my original shit, bro. Because
Okay.
I was the oldest, I was the only kid, and Speed Racer was the shit because Racer X was the bigger brother that was the baddest motherfucker, and I didn't wanna be a big brother because I wanted a Racer X to save my silly ass from some of the thugs that was out there, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yep,
But I had to learn
yep,
myself, so but,
yeah,
Yeah, and for
100%.
those of you guys who don't know, the speed racer he's talking about is not the speed racer you fucking know. All right? For
it's a
y'all who haven't seen the old school speed racer, that shit had
yes.
no parental controls at all.
No, it didn't, man, and
It's
like I
not
say,
PG.
that's what inspired me, that and there was another one that had a lot of violence in it, it was a black and white, though. It was Kimba the White Lion, bro.
Mm.
That also got a little cub lion, and I've always liked
And
fucking big
and
cubs,
just
bro,
for
even
the
when I was a kid.
and just for our
Punch him.
audience, how old were you when you found out about these anime?
5 years old, bro.
5
5
years
years
old.
old,
And and
and
at the
so some of them
time
had come out before.
and at the time, did you see it as a cartoon or did you see it as a foreign anime, like a foreign cartoon?
No,
Did you
see,
see it
I
as like an
just saw it
American?
as a cartoon only
Okay.
because the American cartoons, we had they don't have it anymore, but like Heckle and Jekyll, of course, Looney Tunes and all that. and Hanna-Barbera. Those are the
Oh
things we had
shit.
was
Yeah.
just simple stuff, no message, no content. It was just, you know, Imma trick you, you gonna trick me, Imma blow your head off kinda thing or hit you with a hammer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how those cartoons were. But they were
Yeah.
funny,
No
because
story.
here's,
All action.
Yeah.
go ahead, brother.
Yeah,
No,
they're just all action like the
yeah,
old
no
school
storylines in
cartoons.
those
It's
old
not
school
really like,
cartoons, man.
Nothing.
Just
compared to anime,
foolishness.
right?
Just
Where
But they
anime
foolishness.
but they
has
were
like a
risky.
clear storyline.
Yeah.
But they were risky, and, and even now when I look back at some old cartoons, things that they don't even they ban completely because it offends people, but when you're honest, that stuff helps people build, like, "Man, that's how you
Yes.
see me? Man, they
Yeah.
see us like that? It's up to you to make a fucking change then." You
Yep.
know?
Yep.
That's what that's
Yep.
telling you. People are mocking your stupid ass because you look like that or walking like that or acting like that. If you take pride in that, then don't get mad. If you don't take pride in it, then show the inverse of that. That's how
Right.
I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And that's
But
kind
when
of the message you would get from watching those shows? Like,
well,
just
that
kinda,
that was
like,
that was
correcting your
just a side
mistakes
note
or
message, but from anime itself, like Speed Racer, I like the
Mhm.
fact that he was very righteous in a sense. He he may have done some stuff against what Pops said, but I was fine with that, but he was going for something good. And good thing is he was working with the police and all that good stuff. So it showed working with the police and he wasn't afraid of anything. Like, shit, I'm tied up. These motherfuckers got me. You never seen him worry though back in Speed Racer. He was never
Mhm.
tripping on nothing, but like the anime now, it has a lot more emotion in it, and
Yeah.
you got guys that worry. It's a different, way different base. But back in those days, I think our emotions, we were controlled back then. Very, very, we were brought up
Yeah.
to be very stiff.
Right.
You don't cry, you don't share that shit. You shut the fuck up. That's how it was when you were a boy in the hood. You
Yeah.
get beat up, you
You suck
lost a
it up.
fight, you holding your eye, and you walking home,
Yeah.
and you get a whooping from your parents because you got your ass whooped.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how it was, bro. You know,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so that's what I got from it, from the most part. That you stand up for people, you stand up for what's right no matter what. And that's shit I actually did even in my teen years. I seen somebody getting mollywop in a bad way, bro. Like, hey man, that's enough, homeboy. He's
Mhm.
good. You got
Yeah.
it.
We're good
Because
here.
I don't
Yeah.
want nobody to catch a case. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Right. Right. You already
So it's
messed
like,
them up.
God damn, you stupid
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Now,
Stupid.
we've talked about our beginnings in anime, Kamini Hashira before, but that was
Yeah.
like, what, episode 1, episode
Maybe.
2 of
Maybe.
what we
Yeah.
did?
Yeah. It was super early.
And just to kinda, round up where I got my shit from was pretty much my older brother. So him, um and then my other older brother
Our oldest brother
who's since
who's
deceased,
yeah.
Travion, he was watching and Comedy Hashira were watching Dragon Ball Z, a show
Mm,
that
Yes,
actually
sir.
Dragon Ball first. I got a little taste of Dragon Ball first, so Kid Goku. I didn't
mhm.
watch much of that personally, me. I only watched a few episodes here or there with against the Red Ribbon Army.
Right.
They were more so into it, and then
Yeah.
once it hit Dragon Ball Z, where Raditz came into play,
Yes.
that's when I was like, "Holy shit, like,
Yes, they
this
stepped
is
it up.
awesome." Yeah, and
Yeah.
it brought that whole family aspect, having a kid and having to protect him and, things like that that I really enjoyed. It wasn't super in depth, so I could follow it at my young age. I think I was in 1st grade as well. I think I was 5.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. You were
yeah. There
Um,
you
super. Yeah.
go.
You were
I was
super.
super young, if
Yeah.
not 5, close to it.
Yeah.
So
Right around then. Yeah.
right. And, I loved every fucking bit of it, but specifically, and I tell Comedy Hashira this all the time, the training in it, the work ethic. So the effort to be better. So I never felt like Goku was just born strong, even though he was. He
Yes.
was clearly born strong. He's an
Yeah.
alien who landed in and was clearly stronger than humans, but
Yep. Yep.
he still put work in. He always wanted to get better. And for
Yes.
whatever reason, that stuck with me, and anything I wanted to do in life, I knew I needed to work at it.
To drive, yes.
Right, and
Yep.
That's a good
That's
point.
for me, and then Kamihasha, if you wanna kinda
Yeah, I mean, like we talk about it all the time on the pod, but just so you guys, the audience, so you guys know, because we haven't brought it up, we fuck around a lot, but we are actually brothers, and we're what, 2 years apart,
yes,
Lucky?
yeah.
2 years apart.
Yep,
So yeah, we're 2 years apart.
I'm
But
the
if
younger.
yeah, but it feels like a big, big difference in gap. At least to me, but that's just because he's a fucking idiot. But
Okay,
with that being said, it's like so
agree to disagree.
so me and our older brother, who's 2 years older than me, the one that's now deceased. So with him, he's the one who really like started the anime train for both of us.
Got you.
And it
Okay.
truly
Yeah.
was like we started with Dragon Ball. With me and him, we started with
Like,
Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho.
I was about to say, well, technically, I saw Yu Yu Hakusho, I saw Dragon Ball, and then I saw Full Metal.
Yeah.
Those were the 3 that
Oh,
I saw
Hmm.
around. I saw very little Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood specifically, I remember
yes.
Alphonse.
Yes, yes.
And then, Yu Yu Hakusho, I remember specifically with Trey,
Trey, that
um,
was his
that was
ish, dude.
his name, and
Yep. Kubara.
he watched
Yeah.
that show a lot, and
Religiously. Yep. That
yeah, and
was
that's
his
why I
ish.
I
got
agree.
the Ka the
Kubara one.
Kazuma
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
yeah,
got Kuwabara's
Kazuma
ass up there.
Kuwabara,
Kuwabara. Yep.
poster up there as
Yep.
a remembrance 'cause even though I didn't remember watching the full anime, I never watched the full anime, but I saw bits and pieces. I remember
Missing
him
out on that
specifically because he
freaking
was
tournament
derpy as
arc,
fuck.
baby.
"Oh, what are
Yeah.
we doing over here?" I
But you
just
know what I
always
liked about
remember
it?
that.
What I liked about it, though, it showed transition because,
Yeah.
he was a thug, basically, you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
A delinquent, as they call
Yeah.
it over there. You know, he was a
Yep.
delinquent, and they were always fighting. Kuwabara had his own sense of heart, though,
Yep.
but what I like, just like with Vegeta, they unified and started working together, bro,
Yep.
and that's what people they stay mad at stupid shit for no reason, and that's one of the aspects that I did like about it. But I think that's the time when, anime started getting some, what, we gotta put something in here other than just fights, because the old anime that I watched, you really didn't see nobody practicing, training hard. Once in a while, Speed Racer was getting ready for a little race, but it wasn't detailed. It wasn't, to show
Yeah.
you
Yeah, like
Yeah.
1,000
marks.
push-ups,
Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100 times
The gravity
gravity.
chamber, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100
Don't
Oh
forget
times
the
man,
gravity
dude.
gravity.
chamber, bro.
Oh, that'd be
Just in there
dope.
throwing
That'd be
punches, just
dope for
throwing
real.
punches, just
Yeah,
100 times gravity.
yeah,
just
exactly,
trying to
bro.
stand up and walk, ugh,
Yep.
Hell yeah.
you
But
know what
Imma
I
tell you what
mean?
my silly ass used to do, because I got inspired from the Dragon
Yeah,
Ball
Oh
bullshit,
yeah.
bro, I'm not lying.
yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
used to go to we had this mountain out here, it's called Squaw Peak, or it used to be called Squaw Peak. It was a mile and a quarter straight up, and I've started training when I was able to afford it on my own because my parents couldn't, and that's another story, but when we were training on the weekends, bro, I would put 80 pounds of gear on, ankle weights,
Yep.
and walk up this damn mountain. And it was pretty much all steps, mile and a quarter up. We did that shit 4 times. Then
Yeah.
me and my homie, we stripped everything, dog. Let's
Yep.
go. Bro,
Double
it was
speed
on
that up.
fire, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Gotta
and
take off them
how
trainer
old were
weights,
you
baby.
at that time?
At that time, I was, mm, I was in my 30s, homie. I was in my
Yeah,
30s,
so
so
you still had
still
the
being
muscles
inspired.
working.
Yep.
Yeah,
Still being
yeah,
inspired, bro,
Yes,
you know what I
sir.
yeah,
mean? And
yeah,
that's what
and
it takes, but I do miss that fact that, and talking with you guys right now, that was a good point because the content was pretty much action based in the old days. It
Yeah.
was not no plot, no heavy plots to it or emotional sinking into a lot of it. You know what I mean? It was just action, bad guys, good guys. But that's how a lot of shows were back in, the 70s and whatnot too.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so and I, and forgive me for this, but I cannot and I have not watched any Astro Boy. I know that was an old school thing,
That's
but I
the
never
very
watched
first
that's
Astro
Kami
Boy.
anime.
Hashira.
Yeah, it's the very
Uh,
first anime.
I couldn't dance with it, bro. But
I
I
get it.
watched, you
I
know what I
get it.
mean?
Yeah, I
I
get
was
it.
like,
I get it.
"Hey guys,
Yeah.
get out of here, homie." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in my day too, like I said, it was Kimba the White Lion. He had a
Mhm.
squeaky voice, but he fought a lot, bro.
Mhm.
And Also, the robot thing was big. It was called Gigantor. That was a good one. Big old stupid looking robot with a Pinocchio ass nose, and and it was cool. He had a kid, but there was no training. Hey,
Right.
I got this tool, and he can beat your monster up. That was it, bro. So those are my main three when I was
Yeah.
growing up. You know what I mean? For
Yeah.
anime wise, when I got
Yeah.
into it, and they were very. You had to be on time, set day, and then I was down with repeats. I didn't care.
Yep.
I'm like, "You already seen those
Getting in it.
episodes." Don't care.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy to kinda see the different, like, shifts that anime has gone to, right? Because it's like
Mhm.
you started way back when, even me and Blackie started way back when, compared to like the newer age fans where we see people in their like 20s who have been watching anime their whole lives. They're like, yeah, I got a
Yes.
whole group of friends that watch. And I'm like,
Crazy
dude, we used to
dynamic.
hide in the closet. We
That's
didn't tell nobody
we
we
didn't
watched
tell
anime.
nobody.
No.
Like we kept that shit to ourselves. The only people that were
Damn.
watching anime were the weirdos drawing hentai eyes on all
And
their
we're in our
freaking,
30s now.
you
See
know?
see, I was a nerd,
We
bro. I didn't
didn't
give a fuck though, because even though I was a nerd kid, I knew the thugs because we grew up together, and we've had our fights, and they see me fight, so I didn't care about that either, even though I had to
Mhm.
teach myself how to fight. But, because my stepdad didn't want to, you know. But,
Yeah.
I think that a lot of that shit is fuck, I lost the point. Where we at?
No, we
What
I've
happened? I
been
blacked
drinking way
out.
before y'all. Stop
I
it.
blacked out. What happened? Where am I? Y'all still listening? We still recording this shit?
Hey, I'm good with it, bro. Shit.
No,
You know
you
what I mean?
good, you
Yeah,
good, you
no, it's
good.
like we were just talking about
It
this over and
happens.
it's
It
just like
happens to us
time
too.
because it's like even you where you see it now because you have kids that are younger as well,
Yes.
and younger than both of us. And so it's like and I have
Mhm.
my kids as well, and I get to see them get into
The
anime, and I get to
difference
watch the difference
right.
between the animes and like their friends, like my son who's 14, he's a freshman in high school.
Mhm.
His friends are like, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, my dad messes with Naruto," and they'll be like, "Your dad?
Yo,
He does it? Really?" Like, "Yeah, man." Like, like, dude, you guys, like, this is
that's
like,
It's
elementary.
it's legit
what
shit,
are we
bro.
doing, man? You
Yeah,
But
no,
know?
but
I
but
I
that's
mean
that's what I did like about it too, though, homie, is because, like, my little one, she knows about a lot because she hears
how
the
old is your
background when I
little one? Just
huh,
to
yeah,
give
she just turned 11. But
Okay.
okay,
when
go ahead.
she was 5, that's why I got her as an MMA and all that other shit,
Mhm.
because she was like, "Always, let's box, let's do this, let's do that." That's when the little tomboy thing going on. No gender bullshit. Like, "Let's go get it." Yeah, like, ah. So, the thing is, bro, she knows a lot of characters, she just because she's watching in the background, but she's
Right.
not really absorbing the
Mhm.
content. But, bro, when she was 5, get on the gloves, ah, yeah, 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 yeah. She was bro,
You're
it
like,
was legit, bro. I like that shit, you know what I mean? But guess what? She went through a phase, but thanks to this one new one that came out, that K-pop.
K-pop Demon
"Ah,
Hunter,
she
that's what
likes
got my
K-pop?
daughter back into it. My daughter's
Wow."
Yes,
my
bro.
daughter's, 12, and
Yes.
same
So
thing,
check
same
this
thing.
out, Hosh.
K-pop Demon Hunters is a banger, by the way.
Yes, it is. I watched it with her. Because if I want you to do something, I better do it too. So
Yep.
I watched it, checked it out, listened to the songs in the car and all that stuff. Guess what, bro? Um, she says, "Hey, a lot of my friends are into Demon Slayer."
Yep,
I said,
Demon
she
Slayer,
says, "I
yep.
think I wanna watch that." She says, "I know a lot of them already." And I was, "Dude, this was just yesterday."
Yep.
"Bro, motherfucker, just yesterday." And I went, "Alright,
Yeah.
alright." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because that's
absolutely.
all it is, bro.
Yep.
Oh, so we're gonna start from 1 and sit through it with it. And she
Yes,
says,
sir.
"Yeah, I like the lightning guy, and I know
Zenitsu, yep.
Tanjiro." And I was like, you're picking and choosing. You got this we'll watch it. Every weekend, we'll sit and bust it out.
Yes, sir.
Watch about 3 episodes. But, I tried to get her into an educational one, which is
Doctor
Sales
Stone?
at Work.
Oh, Cells at Work, yeah,
I was gonna
that's
say
a
Doctor
banger.
Stone too.
'Cause that that's
What
Cells
was
at
that
actually
Work
anime
good.
is a
called again?
banger.
What is it called again?
Sales at Work.
Sales at Work. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
That one's actually clean, bro, because it is talking about the body, and I try to
yeah.
awaken her up to eating bad stuff when the body I ain't got answers, like, deep down question answers for you, but let's watch
Watch
this and
the
we'll find
anime.
out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
basically
awesome.
Blackie. Have you seen that one at all?
No, I
It's
never even heard of
basically
it.
the main character is a white blood cell, basically. And he's fucking
Wow.
viruses up. Like, and, like, all
You
the
ain't
red
lying.
blood cells are, like, they're cool and they're chilling, and then the white blood cells roll
Anytime
through
he
and they're
comes
like,
around,
"Yo, yo,
you
my
Yeah.
don't
mans,
want no
my
problems.
bad,
Hey,
You don't
dude,
want
like,
no
do
Hashira
your
though.
problems.
thing."
Hey, Hashira, what was the
That's
name of that
dope.
one that the ones that's all in black? Is that the T cells?
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, no,
That's the
no.
The
T
So
cells,
T-cells.
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Because they
Yo,
punked him. They
yep, they
punked
sure
his ass.
did.
I was like, damn, they punked
Yo,
his ass. Like,
yo,
ha,
Blackie, this
you
one
ain't
is fucking it's so wild because it's like you watch the first episode and you're like, all right, it's about like cell, like clearly you know it's about cells because you see the photos, you know, you're a smart guy, you figure it out. You're like, all right, it's about like the
Right.
body and shit like that. Then you get
mhm.
through the first episode, you're like, what the fuck is this
Yeah.
shit, dude?
I was
Because they're
Yeah.
impressed with
still
that
talking
shit.
about the body and they're still like talking about things accurately and how they work. They're just adding
Mm.
personality onto the cells
Yes.
To it.
essentially, and,
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
it's
And
fucking
That's
gore.
awesome.
great.
That's
Hey,
amazing.
and gore. It's a lot of gore in
Yeah,
it too,
It's a
bro.
yeah,
lot of gore,
yeah,
okay,
it's wild.
and that's a dynamic that, I wanted to bring up too, is the idea of cartoons versus anime, right? I mean, one of the biggest differences we have in those 2 is the gore. Like, anime is just more, um, "We're gonna do whatever the fuck we want, and if you don't like it,
Mhm.
then don't watch it," versus cartoons, which is we're gonna cater to kids
Yeah, the
who
Yes.
are
simplest I've ever heard it put was, I forgot who said it, but I heard somebody say it might have been on fucking TikTok, I don't know, I wish I could credit the person I heard say this, but I'm sure a lot of people have said it before, but the simplest way I've heard it put is that the difference between anime and, like, cartoons is anime is a full adult story told in a cartoon forum.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that's, like, the simplest way I've heard it put, and it
Yes.
makes the most sense because cartoons are like kid stories and kid stuff and kid
Right.
morals, stuff like that, but anime is like, that shit's
True.
wild.
Right, and well, and it begs me to ask, I wonder if anime was created originally. I don't know, I've never researched any of this shit, so I'm just opinion.
Okay.
If it was created originally for children or
It
if it
was
was
not.
created originally for adults.
So this is
Someone
actually something I do genuinely know.
you researched?
Yeah, yeah, this is actually, like,
Why?
legit.
What?
I just got curious, dude. I just got curious, man. Nigga wants to know.
But this dude
Nigga
will
wants
Yeah.
to
Kami
know, dude.
Hashiro will research, just random shit
Yeah.
randomly.
Yeah. Yeah, just go deep. I'll go super deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
basically back in the day when they were getting ready to start anime, they essentially decided they were like, okay, so the father in Japan is the head of the household. So if the
Mhm.
father in Japan is done with his day of work and he wants to sit down and watch something, the family will come and sit down and watch it with him if that's what they want to do. So
Mm.
if they want the kids to start watching cartoons and they want to, so it was basically like a 10-year plan when they started with animes. They're like, we got to get the dad to start watching it first. So
Mhm.
they made animes for an adult male entertainment. So that way the whole family would sit down and watch the animes, and
because of the
then they
culture.
slowly started tapering it down
Yes.
like to where kids can digest it, but they had to get them used to watching it, and that's how they got into it. That's how
No,
they got it kicked off,
I
was
feel
making
you.
it for that. Yeah.
That's what
That's
you
good
think
insight.
Toriyama and Dragon Ball like, that's
No,
what you
Dragon
think he
Ball's
was
years
thinking?
later. Dragon Ball is like
So
Like,
what are we
that
talking
was like
about then?
yeah,
80s.
that's
Dragon Ball's like
no,
80s.
this is like, where like his Speed
Like
Racer.
30s, 40s,
This is
50s,
like yeah, this is like, right before Astro
60s,
Boy and all that stuff. They started coming
Y
out with cartoons for
60s,
adult.
right?
Yeah, this would be
Or
it
70s?
would be the '60s.
60s or 70s?
I believe it'd be
I
the
would say the 60s,
'60s.
bro.
I
I
believe it'd
think
be
Okay.
the
more yeah, I
'60s.
think it's like the 60s. But they were
Yeah.
like pure black and white and,
Mhm.
Much
it was
different
just
time.
a certain content because 'cause I've seen some I can't remember them and I don't own any of them, but, I remember how even a lot of with the samurai traditional stuff, they took it 'cause, no matter what, in a lot of the Asian ones, when they go into the ancient days, they are giving some historical,
Yeah, accuracy.
knowledge. So it's
Yeah.
a little history too with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? when the Boshin wars and all this other stuff, you
Yeah,
know?
Rurouni Kenshin's, the
Yes,
ones like
bro.
that where they're
The
going like the
Meiji
Edo
era?
period, Meiji era, thank you. All that shit,
Yes.
like the outlawing of the samurais where you couldn't have your sword with you, that was
Yeah,
legit.
yeah,
I heard about
that's
Fucking
good
that.
stuff. That's just good
yeah,
knowledge. It's like, man, so they're teaching a lot when they're doing stuff. So I think they're tacticians. They want people
yeah,
to absorb, but, also not be stupid, not be just mindlessness,
yeah,
and that's why I think a lot of them now, especially, because in my time, it was more like family, friends, justice. Beat the bad guy, that's it.
yeah,
But, you know, now it's about emotions and character and,
mhm,
determination,
True.
persistence, it's
And
a
character
lot more.
dynamic,
Say it again,
right?
brother?
Character dynamic, right?
Yes.
Like you go into, traumatic areas of different characters that have different childhoods, different upbringings, different situations, different
yep,
wrongdoings,
And they go in
you know
depth, and they go in
correct.
depth now, have little
yep,
spinoff,
sure do.
talk about this mother
Flashbacks,
But
Yes.
that's like the
Kamihashi's
good thing
favorite.
about like people I fucking hate flashbacks so goddamn much.
I don't know why.
But that's like that's the reason like I enjoy that anime's gotten so popular is because, back in the day, you're waiting for how long before a new season comes out? You're
Bro.
Oh,
waiting for shit to
man.
get it takes 2 years for shit to get
Oh,
greenlit, let
man.
alone
Yes.
start getting edited and in production and shit
Nowadays,
like
what
that.
we're getting
Yeah.
2 sets within a year? Or
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, and then just the overall just the amount that of mangas that get greenlit for an anime for at least an
Yeah.
attempt at it, like, it's all because of how popular
that's a dope system.
anime are as a whole, you know what
Do
I
you guys
mean?
Yeah.
like that system? The
Yeah, bro.
manga green lights and anime?
Well, I do because I don't need a whole lot of books. Because usually when I buy a
Yeah.
book, I keep that motherfucker forever. I got comics from the I got comics from
Yeah,
the
you ain't throwing
'70s,
that shit
bro,
away.
that I
Yeah.
still got. And
Hell
my
yeah.
mama made me put them in storage. I got them all the way in storage in the proper seals and all that shit. But I've always
Hell
been a
yeah.
hero-based type kid.
Yeah.
And, when this new stuff started coming out because I was thinking back. I was like, let me find. Hold on, I'm gonna put my nerds on. Hold
Oh,
on, my
shit.
Mr. Magoo's. All
Put my
right, so
nerds on.
so here you go. We got it like this here.
This right here.
I'll tie
So
you up.
hey, but the crowd may not know. Yeah, I'm 58, bro. So it will happen to all y'all. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
but
You
like I
gotta get
say,
you some coloreds. That's what you gotta get. You gotta get you some coloreds
ah,
Stupid.
right
Don't
bro, I
don't
here.
you
can't do
dare.
that.
Don't
Coming
you
in
fucking
colors.
dare.
We gonna have you on. Imma give you that's gonna be my first gift. Is some prescription coloreds right
No,
here.
please don't fucking do that shit. No,
Yeah,
Thank
nobody
you,
wants
bro.
that.
yeah. Imma
Nobody
have 'em
fucking
back
wants
on.
that. You're not
No, you
even
gonna be looking fly. You gonna be looking fly.
Oh yeah, I
Nah,
can't
man.
dance
No,
with it.
but go ahead, go
But
ahead.
but I would say like after Speed Racer Kimba and like Gigantor, then the first romantic thing that got me, and this is when I was in high school, Robotech, bro.
Oh, shit.
Robotech. I
Yeah.
think they call it also Macross, but Robotech, when it first came out, that's when I was like, wow, that's when I started noticing the content in everything because, now there was romance in this motherfucker,
Mhm.
and I was
Yes,
like, what
that's
the fuck? You
you
know,
like, I thought
and
this was just action.
yeah, it wasn't because you like the aerial battles and all that bullshit and space and aliens and whatnot. But that when I saw emotion in it and I got absorbed in it, and that the girlfriend at the time, you know, oh my gosh, you'll like it. Like, why? I said, they got romance. I tried to use that as a
Yep.
A
pull
Yep.
her
pull
ass
in.
in.
Yep.
Negative. You know what I mean? Tried to tell my wife about Rurouni Kenshin.
Didn't
Tried
work.
to tell my wife about Rurouni Kenshin. Reject. I'm like, God damn. But I said
Yeah.
it's not all about craziness. But I
Nah.
said and I try to connect with her and say, if you watch fucking Disney shit,
Yep.
you know, that's kind of some of it has good meaning. Don't get me wrong. Some of the
Yeah.
the, the older ones, not this new shit, but
Right.
some of the older ones had good storyline to it. Even though they altered the reality, Snow White and all them shits, the real stories are really dark and gruesome. But
Gruesome. Yeah, those are
yes,
motherfucking dark.
they yeah.
Yeah, Cinderella
Disney
cutting off
just
her big toe and shit. to
Yes,
fit. Did
bro.
you know that, Blackie?
No.
In the original Cinderella story, you know how she puts her foot into the glass slipper? In the
Yeah.
original story, she cuts off her fucking big toe
Yes, bro.
so it can fit into the slipper
Is
so she could
is
marry the prince.
Cinderella an anime?
What?
Oh, he's saying we're off topic. Hey,
No.
here's Sherma.
Alright, man.
Hey,
No, I was just asking. I was just
no,
that's
no,
what I mean, like, that's
sorry,
what it would feel like.
sorry,
Cinderella would
we went
feel
off
like an
topic.
anime.
Alright, my
No,
bad,
you're good,
dude.
you're
My
good.
bad.
No,
No.
I'm
I'm
not I
sorry.
don't have an issue with it.
I
I'm
brought up
No,
just
the
you
D
saying.
word,
clearly.
bro. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
You're good, you're good.
no, but
Why y'all
you
coming
know,
at me?
but no, but that's why I enjoy it, man. And sometimes we live our lives, but at the same time, I need that little bit of somebody to kick my ass. And by watching that, I absorb it. Certain songs, certain anime songs, like I was telling you guys before, certain songs just fire me the fuck up, bro. Like that one
Yeah,
Mhm.
Baki, Fly High. Is
Yeah.
that dude, it's a
Yeah.
cool thing. And I was like, I gotta look that up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I say, I can feel that.
you're
You know what I
like,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
And when you decipher
energizes
the
you.
words, it's all meaningful. And a lot of the animes too, in their opening scores or opening themes, bro, it has the songs are actually like building. It's
Yeah.
not stupid
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's what I
Yeah.
like about them too. So they have a purpose to keep things humble in control. Because if you can watch all the action you want, but if you can't rein in that dragon that you're creating with all that action by having some
Something in
control,
there. Yeah.
yes, you got to put soft stuff in it. That's why you
Yep.
see the even the toughest guy, boom, get
Get
why'd you do
dropped. Yeah.
that? He ain't yeah, hey, motherfucker, why you do that to me?
yeah,
It's not like that. You know, it's like, all right, hey, you deserve that punch in the head. Right. Okay, cool. And that's what I like that. The toughest guy can just be, damn, you're right. And
Yep.
be honest and humble. You know what I
right.
mean? And it doesn't take much.
Yeah. Now, this is gonna be a loaded question, and I actually wanna ask not only you, but Kamini Hashira. So, Sean, what do you think, like, anime prior to anime nowadays, so, like, old school versus new school, do you think the level of death and the way that they administer death has been elevated tremendously? Like, do you think the way anime incorporates death in its animes versus new versus,
Right.
nowadays has progressed, exponentially? Or do you think it's similar? Like the gore of early anime versus the gore of now?
Now, for instance, um, giving references, you had the old speed racer when Racer X came in when they got caught by these assassins. He came in, you saw casings flying, you saw smoke, and you just saw people fall. That was all.
Yep.
There was no
Didn't see
splatter.
death. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, in the 80s, they were pushing the limits hardcore because they were actually showing kids dying and women dying in certain animes that were really kind of dark, but they were trying to pull people into the realistic things like, hey, just because you're a
Mhm.
kid don't mean you're not gonna die.
Yep.
You know
You
what I mean?
get it too, little fucker.
Yes. You step in the wrong
Yeah,
place at the wrong time, you're gonna die.
Yep.
yeah,
Bad guy come and get you, you can go all you want. If he's evil and dirty, he's gonna get you. So, but then they taper down a little bit, you know. Now, a lot of the gore, I'm seeing it come back more, a lot more blood flying. Is not painted black to simulate that it's blood.
Mhm.
Is coming out red, bro.
red.
So
Yeah.
I think they're pushing their limits. And what I do like, and I just heard something yesterday, so don't quote me on exactly, but I guess Japanese are saying like, "Hey, don't be censoring our shit," because
Mhm.
they're making money now. They're banking on the world global popularity now. These
Mhm.
motherfuckers are doing good, bro. And so that's what I
Eating
like
good.
about these
We have
cats.
that combo.
You know what
Yep.
I mean? Because look, Demon Slayer alone, and that's what a lot of people are focused on. Like they're outgrossing fucking some of the fucking what do you
Yep.
call it,
And how
Disney shit.
gory are
Yep.
they?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
how gory are they?
yes, you know, but
Heads getting chopped off left and right.
yeah, and but it's realism, and you gotta have
Yeah.
that shocker every once in a while, you know what I mean? And sometimes you have to do it in a nice way where it's, like the, bleach, they just fade away.
Yep.
What was that, Art
Yeah.
Online, right?
A Sword Art Online. Yeah, yeah,
Sword
yeah.
Art Online, same
Yeah.
thing, they just
They just
digitally,
dissolve. Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I dig it, but they're pushing the limits because that's just like,
Yeah.
they accepted that. Now,
Yep.
alright, we people and shit, you gonna die and torture, and they got some animes that are heavy duty, bro,
Yeah.
Right.
on that crunchy
So
crunch.
so ultimately, you like where anime is going in regards
Yeah,
to death
I do.
and the regards to the way they display death, right? Because I
Yes.
that's a real good topic of
Yeah.
discussion. And Kamini Hashira, for you, what do you think? You
Well,
saw the amount of
so
the
as
older
far as
anime
like, yeah, so as far as like
displaying death.
displaying death, that has definitely increased. And I think that's just because of the popularity. So I think as it's moved west, and as like it's gotten more popular like here in the states and stuff like that, I think they're
Mhm.
kind of adopting, and I know I've mentioned this in a couple of the pods, they're kind of adopting the what is it, like the Michael Bay premise, right, where it's like the big explosions, the freaking, it's like
Mhm.
turning into more powerful characters. You want more explosions, more gore, more action. And so I think
More
you're getting
animation.
that. Yeah, and I think you're getting that a lot more because it's starting to move a little more west, and they're starting to see the real money in being global sensations versus just
Yes.
being like local sensations, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the money's really starting to roll in truly
Yeah.
because they're starting to do that. But with that being said, I think part of the problem with that is them like what I've seen is that death tends to lose its meaning a lot more often now than it did before. And I think it's just because of popularity of animes. So you'll get a character who maybe if they would have came out with the anime 10 years ago, they'd be like, "We're gonna kill
Mm.
off this person." They'd be like, "Why?" "Well, it's gotta mean this. It's gonna cause this. It's gonna make this happen. This is gonna be the reason for it." And they're like, "Okay, cool." And nowadays they're like, "You can't do that. He's our most popular character. He's gotta
Yeah.
live a little bit longer. Like, he's gotta do this." So I think introducing big studios and big producers of mangas and stuff like that, I think that's slowly, and not enough to really bother me, but I definitely think it's taken away some potential like meaningful deaths that we could have had
Yes.
that we aren't getting currently.
Yeah, and, I love death. I love it, I love it, I love it because it's what provides
Yeah.
the tension to me
Right.
is you
Right.
don't know when you don't know if somebody's gonna die, that's what grabs you
Yeah.
to a scene,
You
in
you
my
wanna
opinion.
hear you wanna hear the
You
best example of it? And
Go
both you
ahead.
guys will actually appreciate
I
this is
already know.
I'm not sure you do though. I'm not sure
Go
you
ahead.
do. JJK.
Okay.
JJK.
Yes.
JJK, did
That's
you know
another one.
Yuji was supposed to die?
Mhm.
Yuji was supposed to die
in season 2?
in season 1. You know, when
1.
he was on the slab, when he had fought the
Eh
dude at the prison, at the juvenile
right,
hall, he was
yeah.
supposed to dead. Gojo was supposed to be the main
So,
character of the book.
like Yu Yu Hakusho? Like, similar to in regards to hit the main character dying? 'Cause didn't he
No.
get hit by a car or some shit?
Yeah, but no,
I
like, he was actually supposed to be dead and out of the
Out of
anime
the show, yeah,
completely.
out of the show.
Out of the show
Yuji,
completely. Yuji,
the main character.
the main character. Gojo was supposed to always be the main
Yep.
character. It was supposed to be
Wow.
Gojo's story. And
Wow.
so the big thing out there that's come out is that Yuji, when he was on that and he ended up coming back to life and training with Gojo, when it was originally written, Yuji died. Yuji had just died. And that was that, and Gojo was the main character always, and it was really
Mhm.
about him trying to get, Yuji going,
Yeah.
but apparently the editors suggested, they didn't tell him not to, they didn't tell him to do it, but they suggested that, "Hey, he's super popular, I think there's more to him, maybe you contemplate and think about keeping him alive."
Mm.
And he went
And that
back, thought about it, and then
Yeah, I didn't know
made
that
it
was the
to where
reason
he
why they
was
made him
revived.
fold.
But yeah, he was
Wow.
Yeah.
supposed to he was supposed to die there. He was not supposed to come back to life in the
Yeah,
original
so,
writings of it.
so you're saying like, what are you saying in regards to, like,
I'm
death and anime?
saying
Because
because think about how different that show would have been think about how different Gojo's character is now
Yeah,
because he has Yuji that he's looking after. But think about what would have changed
What
in the way he
one
sees things from
one
that
death.
one death, right? But
Okay.
because the studio, even though they didn't tell him, "Hey, change this," they made a suggestion,
yeah,
everything's changed on that one.
Wow.
yeah. I heard it, but I didn't know the details. Thanks for sharing that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was like, what? I said,
Yeah.
nah. But then the one that I was hailing
Thinking of.
towards was
Right.
Akima got killed.
Oh, shit. I forg
Omega kill.
yes. That's the one you thought I was gonna bring.
Because,
Yeah, good call,
bro,
go
there
ahead.
are so many
Yeah.
badass fighters, and they were being eclipsed, bro.
Off. Off.
Done.
Yes.
So I was like,
Yeah.
wow. I was like, wow. And I was thinking in my mind, I should have figured it out because what's the title of it? Akima,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And even the dude,
I
he
mean,
died like,
kills in
what
it,
the
you know?
fuck? You know, who I thought
Yeah.
the main guy
Yeah,
was going
yeah,
to be in.
Nope.
yeah,
Nope. Offed. Yep. Off.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, no, so,
I
yeah, I
admired
mean,
that though.
and that's an older anime compared to what we
yeah.
have in
Compared to
new
what we
school
do now.
anime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, so, I mean, it's crazy to see that anime was advanced for its time, but, one of the biggest differences as well that I wanted to bring up, not only death is more of, like, an intricate part, like a more source part. This
Right.
is more of a animation part, so for you, Sean, and then Hashira, I mean, going from, Speed Racer and Yu Yu Hakusho and DBZ and Dragon Ball to JJK, Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer. I mean, Demon Slayer is kind of like the mecca of animation, is
Right
what
now,
a lot of
yeah.
people are
Yeah.
saying.
Truly.
And I mean, I mean, how can you deny it because of what they did, movie-wise, numbers-wise? They might win a
Yes.
fucking American Oscar.
Yeah.
So,
I hope they do. Shit.
I
Uh,
hope they do
fucking
too.
Fuck yeah.
They better
put
for
people
the
on
For the
records they
notice,
whole
dude,
broke.
for
country.
real. Yeah.
For the records they broke,
Yeah.
that's insane. So, animation, what is your guys' opinion on animation's progression?
I think the progression of it, they've gotten a lot more daring, which they've had things and because in other countries, because I've been to other countries, it's edited like a motherfucker. That's why the Japanese said, "No more editing our shit." You
Mhm.
know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But we're not gonna edit things for you. I like that fact because you can't take away the feel that they're trying to create with people. So the change with I admire the change because it keeps us all thinking. We don't know what the fuck they're gonna do because, like we're saying, they got humor, like this little side wit silliness. It just gives you all the energy because if you're just running on tense, imagine this. You're just running on tense the whole time when you're watching a show. Bro, you're gonna be exhausted and be like, okay, I'm done with this. Throw a little humor in there, breaks it up, then oh man,
Yep.
I
Takes you
like the
through it.
way that they psychologically infect in a good way,
Yeah, that's actually
all
really
of
well
us.
put.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes.
They psychologically
Yeah.
know what the fuck they're doing, bro.
Balance. You're talking about, like, psychological balance, right? Like, they give you a little bit of the tension, they give you a little bit of the
Right.
jovialness, they give you a little bit of the goofiness,
Yes.
to kinda
Some
balance
a little bit of
your
lecture,
emotion.
you know
Little bit of the lecture, a little bit of the deep
Yeah.
thinking, right?
you know,
I think that's kind of
Yeah, I
what
just
modern.
to be honest, I just kind of appreciate that they still keep, like, the classic markers of animes, right?
that yes.
So, it's like we always know that as the years go on, the technology will continue to get better, the
Mhm.
animation will improve, but it's like we want to make sure, and I think that's what kind of you were speaking to, is that the heart of anime is still in there. And it's not
Yeah.
even just like the emotion taking you through actual stories, but it's actually like, facial expressions that are specific to anime. You were talking about like K-pop Demon Hunters, where you're like, I'm kind of watching a cartoon, and then they're getting hype about fighting Soulja Boys, and then you see the
Yeah.
classic anime anger, goofy faces, and
Yes.
shit like that. And you're like, oh nah, this is anime. We're straight, dude. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the blank
That is funny
expressions,
though.
you know, the comic ones where or like when you're looking at the background characters and there's no faces at all, and you're like, "Ah, okay, alright, I'm still watching an anime." Like, despite how
Right,
good this looks, it's still a fucking
'Cause
anime.
everybody's familiar with
right,
that message too. They
Yep,
know because of the anime, it's has such an influx and influence on so many, even the Chinese,
yep,
animations, which
manhwas.
in my
Yeah.
case, a lot of them to
or well,
me,
that's Korean.
Mm,
yeah,
Manhwa.
manhwa is the
Korean.
Korean stuff, but the Chinese ones, I think they're going too mystical. They do too much flare and flash, and it doesn't coincide with what they're doing. Now, aside from one that I seen, it was, uh, Guardian of the Blade. That shit was badass, bro. I had to go on a Tencent site, a Chinese site to see it.
Yeah,
That shit was fucking awesome, dude.
yeah,
You know, got a
yeah.
little kid with him. He's doing his thing. Hey, I'm a bounty hunter, but if you pay me more, double, I won't take you in, kind of
Yeah.
thing. And it was a
I
good
fuck with
story.
that.
But
Yeah.
No, and
manhwa has always been badass too, though,
Yeah,
bro.
manhwa's fucking
yes,
fire.
and I love it. I love that we brought this up because that brings up another dynamic. Japanese animation has come so far that now we have
Mhm.
Koreans making not only animes, manhwas, mangas, whatever you wanna call it, but, uh, we also have Americans doing it with, Avatar.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and not only doing it, but respecting kind of the main principles of anime, right? Like, I mean
Storytelling and shit like that, because
right,
Storytelling.
like, does
that's
Avatar
really
The Last
what sets it apart with
Yeah.
animes is truly the storytelling. You know, you get animation styles and classic nods to that kind of shit and stuff like that, but it's really mainly the storytelling, which is the big
Yes.
difference between, you know, the Eastern and Western cartoons or anime, you know?
right, and pointing out hard truths, right? I think that's the
Yeah.
key, right? Is pointing out hard truths.
Yes.
What choices you have to make, and if that choice really is the true choice to make. I mean,
Mhm.
each anime has a different choice that they, for the most part, make. I mean, it's rare to find animes that make the same choice,
Right.
in my opinion, in regards to like the
What do
main
you mean?
character and the ending. So the ending to animes, I feel like they do a great job of if they came to that same ending as hypothetically, let's just say two animes came to the same ending as no, the answer is no, they do it in different ways. They
Mhm.
come to that conclusion in different ways. And that's where I'm like,
So
yo,
you're saying
anime is
keeping
fucking
their, like,
dope.
originality?
Correct.
Okay.
But coming to the same point, right? Like coming to the same overall moral or overall, ending just generally, but they do a great job of making a difference
If they
in
stay
each
funded, yes.
ending.
Yeah, fucking
If they stay funded, because
which
there are
is
some
Right.
big
many
if.
opening like, that's why I did like Brotherhood, Alchemist, Full
Full
Metal
Metal.
Alchemist Brotherhood, because it was a very good
God
progressive
damn, that was
end to the
so goddamn
that
good.
shit
I
was
just
on
finished
point.
it. I love it. I
You
love
just
that
finished it?
fucking
Yeah,
anime.
All
he
right.
just
Who
finally finished it.
who's your best character in there?
Oh boy.
Good or
My
bad?
my favorite,
Yes, bro.
um, what's his face? Not Greed, but the guy who combined with Greed.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know his fucking
What's it,
name. Yeah, it's been
Lin?
a long
Is
time
it
ago.
Lee or Len or something like that?
That
Was
has
it?
been so
He's
long
the
since I
guy
watched Full
who
Metal.
inspires to be a king. He aspires to be the ruler of his land, and he ended up wanting to be a sorcerer's stone, and
Right.
that guy. I forgot his name,
Mm.
but he's my favorite.
Hashra, who's yours, homie? Who was yours in there, bro?
Oh, dude, it's gotta be Alphonse, baby.
Alphonse? Bro,
Alphonse, baby. Alphonse, maybe Scar.
mm.
Maybe Scar. Maybe
Scar was
Scar,
Scar.
yeah.
close.
Oh, I
Maybe
forgot about
Scar.
Scar. I
If anything, Scar, but
I fuck
yeah,
with Scar super hard.
bro,
yeah.
fuck that. Bradley, bro.
Oh
When he's
shit,
rampaging through
fucking
everybody,
Bradley.
Oh, Bradley's a
chopping
Fucking
tanks and
monster.
everything,
yep.
bro.
Yo,
Dot
that nigga didn't
blasting
Yeah,
play.
bullets like this. Da, da,
Yep.
da, 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 da. Dude,
yeah, that nigga was a
Hey,
problem.
Colonel Bradley was a bad boy, dog.
Yeah, that's a bad
So, like I
boy.
say, I like some bad boys too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Bradley had a
no,
mustache, right? Bradley had a
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man.
Talked all proper and shit.
Yeah.
Old
yeah.
sport.
Yeah.
Old
But man,
sport
when he went nuts,
top.
bro, that was it,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
But
that
I
show
had to
fucks
throw
me
that.
up.
I'm sorry.
I haven't watched it in forever. That one fucks me
Yeah,
up,
it's been a
dude. I
long
can't.
it's
time.
a
Like,
tough one.
I get sad for, like, months on that, like, just moping around
And
the fucking
that
house,
show
dude.
was very easy to watch.
But I was
Yeah.
content with their
Very
closure.
easy.
The
Yeah.
way they ended that, I
Yes,
was
that was
content
our
with
point.
that. It was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, good
Yeah,
series.
I've told
Yeah.
Blackie, it's not in my top 5 of favorite animes, but I do believe that it's probably the best written anime I've ever watched
Yes,
as a
it
whole
is.
as in its totality. Like, it
Mhm.
might be the best written anime, the best story. It's just it's amazing. It's
It's almost
absolutely
like a
phenomenal.
when
It's a
you think of yin
masterpiece.
and yang, when you
Yeah.
think of a balance in the
Yeah.
Yes.
story in regards to just like romance, action, death, like just
Just
everything,
yeah,
despair,
all encompassing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
anger,
why I did like that. That to
sadness.
me, that's the best ending ever so far.
You get
You know,
every emotion.
yes. And
Mhm.
even though, like I say, with the Akima got killed, I like that. Even though a lot of people were lost and gone, but at the same time, they can
That's so
continue
good.
on with that. They left it kind of, what are we gonna do next? Let's
Yep.
decide. You
Yeah.
know, but that's why I give Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood so much credit. The way they ended
Yep.
it, and it's done.
Yeah,
You
it's
Yeah.
know,
done. It's
Yeah.
done. That's the
cemented
end
it.
of the
Yeah, I love it.
story. Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
And, again, that's that, big point is that the levels, the duplexity, the complexity of each anime in modern times is insane. And when I saw Attack on Titan,
Mm.
and I told you about this, Shane, because if it wasn't for Attack on Titan, I would have never even hit you up about anime.
Yeah.
I would
That's
never have been
true.
like,
Yeah,
this
you
pod
didn't.
would have never have happened.
Yeah.
Cause I had a friend tell me, "Yo, you realize I would always go DBZ, DBZ, DBZ. He goes, "Dude, that was a long time ago." He's like, "There's new I go, "What?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Watch Attack on Titan." Saw the first episode of Attack on Titan, butt naked, big ass nigga just running around, just
Oh, that one banging into the buildings
Yep.
and stuff.
Yep.
and I was like, "Fuck this!" I was like, "What the?" I gave up on DBZ. I was like, "No, this ain't anime. What is this?"
Yes.
Some big
and
weird nigga running into shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
being weird naked nigga with no genitals.
Yeah. Hey,
But
I
real
didn't
quick,
watch it at first. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah. Real quick, yeah, I saw a couple episodes of it. I was like, "Fuck this." I can't. Not only that, I was like, "I'm not looking up any other anime."
Mhm.
And then I told my brother, I was like, "Have you been watching?" It was a long time ago,
Mhm.
before I had actually reconnected with you. And I was like, "You still watching anime?" And you go, "Yeah, there's a bunch of new anime out still." And we
Mhm.
never talked yet, and you never even told me to go
Nope.
watch an anime yet. I just asked you that. I was like, "Have
Yeah.
you still been watching that stuff?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Okay." I didn't tell him I had seen AOT, and I
Yeah.
go watch AOT completely up to where it was. And I think
Yeah,
at
it was
that
like
time
season
it
3 or
was
4.
season 4 or 3.
Yeah.
And I go back to him,
mm,
and then I go, "Holy shit." I go, "You remember you told me you watched new anime?" And he goes, "Yeah, I remember." Verbatim, I remember this combo. And I was like, "Have you watched AOT?" And this motherfucker, having watched a shit ton of anime up until this point, goes, "No." He goes, "Not only have I not watched AOT, I
Never heard
never
of it.
even heard of it."
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's
"What?"
funny. I
And
seen it, but I was disenchanted when I
history.
saw that. I was like, this is weird shit, you know. But then
Yeah.
someone said,
Yeah.
watch it. I gave it some time, and then I started. Sometimes what I needed to do to get into it, I needed to find primary characters. Levi
Yes.
was my dude. And then that one chick
Yes.
that was with Aaron too,
Yep,
his
Mikasa.
guardian or
You already
whatever.
Yeah,
know.
Those are the only
Mikasa.
two characters that I really fucking
The
adored.
Acker
Yep.
Everybody else
blood,
can eat,
man.
kick rocks and eat rocks. You know what I mean?
Well, tell you what, Erwin was a motherfucking dude.
Erwin was a dude. Yeah, the
Erwin was a
leader.
fucking
That's a
dude, man.
leader.
That speech, "My troops charge on."
As they're
That's a
going
nigga right
till,
there, dude.
like, he knows he has to keep
"My
talking.
troops don't falter. My troops don't hold. My troops carry on. Bye. Bye. We keep riding. Oh,
Yeah.
bye."
Uh, God
Good
damn.
point. Good points.
That shit was
You know,
epic.
but I think, I'm glad the world is really accepting now.
Yeah.
It's not a nerd thing. I've been to a lot of Comic Cons
Yes,
and shit like
preach.
that, and I haven't so much now because I got a new little one, so I got to be responsible. But you know, I still get my time where I veg out on the couch or in the bed, just
Yeah.
watching shit until I fucking pass out with my
Hell
glasses on.
yeah.
I'm just like, baby, take them off. You're gonna break them. I got to see what's going on. And I'm
Yep.
like, I'm good, you
Yep.
know. But it keeps me fired the fuck up. It gives
Yeah.
me a lot of insight, and reminders because we all go through our highs and lows in life, and we go when we're in our down point. You need to hear something encouraging. Not always you're going to get it from the exact what you need to hear from somebody you care about, you know. But it's like even if it's fictitious shit, it makes sense, and I'm feeling that right now. Like some people do it with music too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
100%.
But I'm a visual person, and even though I love a lot of and have a lot of inspiring music, when I see some good action going on, I get fired up. When I'm in a theater, bro, an action movie in a theater, my, I didn't know I did this till my lady said, when I'm in there and they started fighting, I'm like,
Yep.
You over there ducking with him
I'm
and shit.
twitching, bro. I'm
Yep.
twitching because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Yo,
hit him,
duck.
yeah,
Yeah. Get him. Get
and
him.
I get
Yeah.
into it because I know that's a medium that my body absorbs and holds
Yeah.
on to. But
Yeah.
it's been from childhood, bro. Because like I told you guys, I learned how to fight initially from the old school Adam West Batman. That's
Fucking
how I learned how to fucking fight, bro.
wha
Yes,
You
sir.
know, hey, because you know
fucking
what? Everybody
real
was doing
muscles,
this,
baby.
bro.
Real muscles,
Everybody's doing
baby.
this. Batman, I was watching.
He said,
He go like this, bam. I go like that. He go uppercut. So I was getting my movements down when they were
Mhm.
doing. And guess what? So when fights would come up, they come in at like this. I was pop, and that was done,
Yep.
bro.
Yep. Don't
That
come in
was
wide
it.
like that, man. Batman knock your ass out.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though he was skinny as hell, skinny as a motherfucker, you
Nigga
know.
didn't realize I watched Batman, nigga.
Yeah. Come
But
at
out of
me.
all characters, from DC, Batman's my only one because he's a fucking human being. But
Yes, sir.
people say, "Well,
Yeah,
Batman
yeah,
is
no
natural,
superpower.
and you like Batman so much. Why is it that you like anime with all the mystical stuff?" I says, "They have something different to bring. That's all. They have other elements that help build my
Yeah.
mindset because I didn't have a good father figure. I didn't have somebody telling me legit shit. Hey, be calm. Know when to fucking flare up. Be
Yep.
strategic with your fucking things you're gonna do. Have some determination, have some caring as well, have some forgiveness as well. But keep your eyes open. It gives you a lot of
Yep.
awakening that it
Yeah.
plants seeds, bro. And that's what I think it's a good thing. It plants good seeds. Now you got some dark ass animes out there, they ain't giving
They
you
out
shit.
there.
You
Yep.
know, one of which, and I think I told you guys before, Crying Freeman. I have
Did
the
mention that.
original comics,
Yeah.
okay, or mangas, but Crying Freeman is no fucking joke, bro. The anime is bloody and it's sexualized and it's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? But it was a badass anime. I was just like, that's real shit.
Is
Okay,
that
Mhm.
then
around the
that took me,
Akamega kill time?
huh?
Before that.
W Before Akamega kill?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
well
yeah.
before. Yeah.
That was like in the '80s, right,
Yeah, that
Hiroshima?
would have been in the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Like early
That
80s
shit.
too, if I
And
recall right.
and in the '90s, when I moved to Arizona, bro, I went to Blockbuster. It was still there.
Good old Blockbuster.
And,
RIP.
bro, this is when my little one was little as hell, bro. Went there, me and her mom first moved out here. I go to Blockbuster to get some movies. And I saw Ninja Scroll. Ooh, I
Yep.
said, ooh, okay, Ninja Scroll. Okay, I'm into that. Wow.
Just keep it.
When I saw homeboy grab that leg and licking that leg,
Yep.
and then I went, oh
Oh,
damn.
shit. Yep. Yep.
I said, that's raw,
Yeah, I
bro.
think the first anime movie I watched was, Princess Mononoke.
I don't like those kind, bro.
I don't think I've gone back and watched it, right?
It's too
Because
busy for me.
yeah, I went back and watched it because it was literally the first movie, of anime
Mm,
I watched that wasn't a series, right? And back
got
then
you.
I was younger, I was all about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah, this is that." I went back and watched it, and I was like, I appreciated it for the nostalgia and like knowing that it was
Okay.
my first anime movie. But when I went back and watched it, I was like, yeah, this ain't what I thought it was.
Right,
This
Right.
right.
wasn't. It's
Yeah.
still good. It was still good, but I was like, this
Yeah.
wasn't like the pedestal that I had put it up on.
Right.
And it's not
Right.
that.
And that was my thing back in the day too, homie, that when that came out now Akira went to the theater with and I was still living in Cali when
Mhm.
Akira came out. It was so much was like and it was rushed. When they make a movie and it's rushed, they're
Mhm.
cramming too much into it,
Yep.
and you can't get anything out of that
Yep.
motherfucker. So
Yep.
that's
They
what
moved
bugged
through the
me
Yep, they
and
moved through
shit.
it
So
too
I was like,
fast. Yeah.
visual effect, great job, guys. Great artwork.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. But the story makes sense. He's trying to get his homie back. All right, but whatever. I was disenchanted by that shit. You know. Oh damn! And you know what? I just looked over there to the side and I see my face with the hair and the fucking right, Taylor.
Yep, yep, on the screen, yes, sir.
I that shit just caught me in my eye. Oh motherfuckers.
Yep. Well, alright, Black, you wanna go ahead and land the plane for us?
Yes, sir. No, we appreciate you, Sean.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming on. It was obviously a pleasure. It was an honor. We had drinks before we had this pod, and that was a pleasure. It was an
Yes,
Same
honor.
here,
sir.
bro.
Had a
And we're
blast.
glad that you wanted to come on. It's not
Yeah.
that you were just able or did for us. You actually wanted to come on, and we got that
Oh yeah,
energy from
man.
you. So we want to have you back. We'll definitely have you back,
Mm,
Yes, sir.
and we appreciate you.
Yeah, guys,
mm.
as always, like, subscribe,
Sorry, I was
comment.
gonna swallow. And I got a piece of ice. Fucking
Yes,
ice melt.
sir.
Nah, but hey, appreciate what you guys do, man. It's cool shit because not a lot of people can just sit and chit chat about it,
Yes,
you
sir.
know. Um, and if so, it's here or there. Everybody got a lot going on. But like what you guys do, bro.
Appreciate it.
I thought it was cool as hell. Have
Yes,
fun with you
sir.
guys, man. Just to let it out. Cause
Yep,
you guys
just
Yeah.
to have.
relate and that's what's hard. You
Yep.
Yes,
know,
sir.
I got the Hashima is old and new,
Mm.
so that's why we bounce off a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I'm glad and I'm impressed, Chan, that you are climbing that ladder trying to catch up to us.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
The shots fired.
No, it's all good, bro. I
I
Yes,
just
got
want to
work
talk
sir.
to
this
do.
smack.
I got
But
work to do.
alright,
I got
guys,
work to
we
do.
out.
Nah,
All right, y'all.
all right, brother.